Fire Jack Division. Rush 77, I see. Guy for Brett 77. Two things, you copy that.
Fire Media, a self-made story. Chapter 1, Getting Acclimated.
Hi everyone, my name is Gage Eastlick, and you're probably wondering what I'm doing here with these 3 lights on me and the TV behind me displaying the Lincoln Fire Department logo. And that's because I was an intern this last summer with the Lincoln Fire Department located in California, and I'm here to tell that story. So let's get right into it. The story starts in the beginning of spring in 2024. I went to Neil Roberts' office to discuss what I needed to do to graduate by the end of the next year. And he came to me with a plan of having an internship. Now, I knew multiple people that have had internships in the past, and being that I'm in the Procom department with a focus in public relations, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Now, I could have taken the easy road and took one of the internships that are offered through the school, but it didn't really fit my bill, and I wanted to do something different. So that's when I decided to reach out to the Lincoln Fire Department and to somebody that I've known for a long time. That person being Captain Evan Faddis. Now, Captain Faddis was my old neighbor that I actually lived next to from the time I was 8 to the time I was about 11. The point is, I reach out to Evan Faddis and say, hey, I know you run the social media pages through the Lincoln Fire Department. Now, I was thinking about having an internship. And he was pretty much on board right away. Didn't take much convincing or really any back and forth for him to not enjoy it and entertain the idea. So after he reaches out to his chief and we go through the city, I'm pretty much hired on, if you will. So I get to work pretty much right away when I get back home for summer. I get back home first day of June, and I immediately go out and head to the fire station. That's when I get to meet the A-shift crew at Station 34.
Hey, this isn't weird.
On CNN.
All right, you ready? We're
ready.
recording, so what is your name and how do you spell it?
Evan, E-V-A-N, Faddis, F-A-D-D-I-S.
All right. You excited?
Excited for what?
The interview.
Sure.
All right. What's your name and how do you spell it?
Kyle Iwan. K-Y-L-E-I-W-A-N.
Zachary Gibeon, Z-A-C-H-A-R-Y, Gibeon, G-I-B-I-A-N.
All right. You should try that. Now, these are the 3 people that I would spend the majority of my time with when I was with the Lincoln Fire Department. Now, what I did for the Lincoln Fire Department was specifically social media and PIO. And I got to see a lot of things that people normally wouldn't get to see until they were on shift with a fire department.
Chapter 2, Calls in Lincoln.
Got 33 Division whiskey on the right flank.
Affirmative.
If 34 can work in the barn, the 33 will be here behind us.
So, right, like, I think he might have went through it down here, so you want to start
Copy.
popping up right here?
And at the end of that clip, you can hear Captain Evan Faddis talking in the truck about how they're going to approach that fire. Now, that was the Brush 34 Fruitvale Road fire in the outskirts of Lincoln, California. That would end up being my first fire on the truck and getting to witness all of that firsthand. Here's more clips of that right here.
Okay. Try to hit this here, I'd say first, and then we'll work on that.
Once you guys get that tight in, there's a spot that... Whiskey, go ahead. Be advised, we got power lines down in the center of the fire, up towards the head. I copy. Lines down center of fire. Break all units on the fire. Lines are down the middle of the fire towards the center. Middle of the fire towards the center.
77 Bravo.
Go ahead.
Hey, can you take over for that, please? Not sure if it's through our hose issue.
Copy. Bumping your pressure.
2392 Bravo. Yeah.
Now, I spent the majority of summer with Lincoln Fire Department, and I got to witness a lot of things, as I mentioned previously. But the biggest one of them all started towards the beginning when we had an active shooter drill at the brand new 12 Bridges High School. This was a joint operation with the Lincoln Fire Department, Lincoln Police Department, and outside departments for both facets. What you're about to see might be a little sensitive to certain audiences, so please be advised. Now, the reason why you're seeing pictures rather than video is the fact of the nature of the event that took place. This event was an active shooter drill at the brand new 12 Bridges High School, located just on the border of Lincoln and Rockland. The reason why they wanted us to take pictures rather than video was to be able to highlight and showcase a specific element of each moment. Chapter 3, Firefighter Gibeon.
Battalion 436, 17, copy, power lines down. 2320. Back 2320. Copy, power lines down.
Firefighter Gibeon is someone who I gravitated to pretty early on during the summer. The 29-year-old recently transferred from Stockton's fire department back to Lincoln, where he was born and raised. He knows when to not take the job too seriously, especially when back at the station, and likes to kick back and joke around with a lot of the other guys at the station. But when it's go time, it's go time.
Transport 2341, I see. TAC 5.
Whether it be a medical aid, a fire, or just a lift assist, Firefighter Gibeon was always on top of everything that came his way. The perfect role model for someone in my situation, for a guy like me, being there for firefighter media, but also to learn more about firefighting as a whole. He takes pride in his physical shape and well-being. Firefighter Gibeon is someone I look to learn more about the fire department, and he showed me the ropes throughout the entirety of that summer. Chapter 4, 4th of July. And over 4th of July, most of my time was spent at McBean Park, which is located in the centralized area of Lincoln. So we spent most of our time within the confines of the park and the basketball area to get ready for the show that would go on later that night around 8 o'clock. And we were kept on our toes pretty much at any moment, as every single firefighter on shift was at McBean Park for the majority of the day. Flash forward to the fireworks show. That's when I got the opportunity to start taking pictures of the fireworks and the engine along with the 3 men that are on crew that day. This engine is known as 33B. The reason why there's a B, as there's 2 engine companies running at Station 33 on 4th of July. 33A, which is set for the regular, normal scheduled calls that go out about the city, and 33B was for the park and for the park only. Now, they could respond to other calls, but their entire priority was making sure that the fireworks show went unscathed. This was my first time taking shots of fireworks, and in all honesty, it was pretty cool to see some of these shots after the event was said and done. Part of me wishes I went around the park and took pictures of the residents that were at the show and got some more of the human interaction with the 4th of July, but nonetheless, I still love the pictures that I got that night. Overview. My summer was filled with amazing stories and interactions throughout the summer. I got to meet some pretty amazing people and do some pretty amazing things. I remember coming home after work days and telling my family all about what I did that day and what I saw. There were definitely some days that were slower than others, which was to be expected, but I had an amazing time learning the fire industry and getting to experience everything that Lincoln Fire Department had to offer. I'd like to give a shout out to a few specific people that helped me out through the entire summer. The first was Evan Faddis.
Oh, hello.
As I mentioned earlier in the video, I've known Evan for quite some time, and he was very knowledgeable about each and every topic when I asked him. He helped me get acclimated very quickly with the internship, and I got to experience so much due to him allowing me the opportunity. The second was Chief Mejia. Now you're probably wondering who Chief Mejia is. Well, I actually don't have as much as a single picture of him anywhere in my 4,000 picture/video file, but he was there behind the scenes, assisting with everything I could have needed. He helped me understand how the chain of command works and allowed me to create virtually whatever I wanted over the summer. Lastly, it would have to be Chief Spence. Spence allowed me to ride with him on 4th of July to all of the calls and gave me a plethora of advice that I'll never forget. He was one of the most informative people that I got to meet and was willing to answer any question that I threw at him. All in all, it was a pretty incredible summer.
And then you guys give the patient over to.
Hold that thought. Is that Oreo? Continue. Very nice, like that.
You got Oreo in your teeth.
Is this yours? He's getting interviewed next. Is this yours?
Yeah, but can you give me a paper towel?
Yeah, dude, there's literally a brown.
I just like it.